Just gonna give it a minute because I can never tell when this restream actually goes live. Unfortunately, it's not like StreamYard where once you see StreamYard, you have this little counter on the top left, and there does seem to be a little bit of a delay before you actually go live. Unfortunately, Restream doesn't do that. You still got the delay, but you don't know when you're actually live. So I'm just warming up the vocals, waiting for the restream to actually stream. All right, so I see Tommy Temper in the chat, so I'm assuming I'm live now. I'm assuming I am live. What up, Tommy Temper? Big shout out to you, my UK brother. Speaking of UK brothers, let me go ahead and give some recognition, give some recommendations to y'all of some of my other brothers. And the first one is another UK brother. Because that's what I'm trying to do when I do these solo streams, and I keep forgetting to put solo in the in the title. But when I do these solo streams, I always want to give y'all just a couple channels to check out. Ones that, I've either already done a spotlight on and you just haven't, possibly you haven't seen it or whatnot. But y'all got to go check out Boxing Finesse. Boxing Finesse, man. I don't know how he did it or even if he was the one who did it, but he, he was able to get Tyson Fury's face on like somebody else's, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, not like how I do. Y'all seen it in some of my videos where I'll put someone's face on, like I'll take a clip from a movie and I'll take like a picture of their face and I'll put it on somebody else's body and I'm still learning with that, like how to move the head with the body, um, where it looks perfect. I haven't perfected it yet. With time, I will get better at that because that's something that I just started doing. And that's just simply because uh Power Director, my editor, it didn't used to have that feature. If it did, I would have been using it. But uh um Tommy Temper, I will after the stream is over. I don't have a way to type in the chat on Restream. Plus, I don't know what the consequences will be for backing out and then getting the link and then coming back, like StreamYard, for instance, when I leave StreamYard, if I know on StreamYard, if I were to do that, you will not be able to hear anything I'm saying the whole time I'm getting the link. You won't be able to hear nothing I say until I come back to StreamYard. And in StreamYard, I can post the link. With Restream, I don't see where I can type in the chat. So unless you can, and I just haven't figured it out yet, yeah, I'll put the link in the description when the live is done. But yeah, Boxing Finesse, aka the King of London, he dropped a fire edit today, a fire video with some masterful editing. And like I said, but let me explain what he did though, or I'm assuming he did it. It's not just simply taking a picture and putting it on somebody's body. It was like he took Tyson Fury's face, was able to make it do whatever he wanted, like his lips were moving and everything. Like, I don't know. I've played around with different apps. There's apps that claim to do that, and to be honest, they're not that great. It's weird because there was two that I was kind of using. Well, it was one I used a couple times in some of my older videos, and then I stopped using it, and I'll explain why. Then there was another one I was playing around with, but it didn't really work that well, so I ended up never using it. I don't remember the names of these apps at the moment, but like the one that I did use a couple times, it was basically like a take a picture of anybody. Then you had to like basically draw out the portion that you wanted to be the mouth. Then you could record your audio, and the app would um make the lips move to whatever you were saying, and you could like toy around with the voice, like the pitch, and you can make it sound like a mouse. You can make it or mousy, I should say, not like a mouse, but mousy, or you can make it sound like more devilish, and it actually used to work okay. It was never perfect, um but then one day I went to use it. I don't know if it was an update or what, but it wasn't working that great. The lips were not matching up with the recording at all. And I could deal with it not being perfect, but I can't deal with it being just outright abysmal, which is what it was. And then the other app was, I really wish the other app worked because it took like high quality, made the lips move high quality. You didn't even have to draw out where you wanted the mouth to be on it. It did it, excuse me, it did it automatically. And it looked really good, but it had the same problem as the other one, which is it looked good. I mean, the other one didn't look that great, but it looked really good. But the problem was the lips never matched up with the audio. So, oh, what up, Carlos Mendoza? So I ended up never using that one. Give me a sec. Okay, so I appreciate that, Tommy. Um, so boxing finesse. Uh, I really need to start writing these down. So boxing finesse is one that I need people to go and check out and support. Please subscribe to Boxing Finesse. Let's go ahead and make a suggestion of. I'm trying to mix it up. I don't want to do people that I've already done Aries and boxing after dark a couple times, and I did some other ones, but I'm trying to not repeat. But boxing finesse for sure. I also need everybody to go check out. Damn, I was looking at my subscriptions and I had them in my head, and now I don't remember. That's what I get for talking about fucking apps that I don't even use anymore. Um, okay, let's do this. Let's do a big one. Let's do uh let's do Punch Drunk. And I know Punch Drunk, he don't need my help, but here's the thing. Um I found out about Punch Drunk through Black and Brown Boxing. I never knew he existed without Black and Brown Boxing. So yeah, check out Punch Drunk, spelled Punsh. Um, oh, you know what? I got another one. The the Boxing Club. Uh, that's spelled DA Boxing Club. That's somebody that I found out about through Aries, and another one I found out about through Aries, and that is Boxing Profits. All one word, profit, spelt in the sense of money, not prophecy. I made that I made that mistake when I was looking up boxing profits. I listened to some of their videos yesterday, and they are a good channel. In fact, anybody that Aries recommends, I'm automatically gonna sub to because that dude, he's genuine. Oh, you know what? I remember what the other one was. Sweet Science and McDojos. So yeah, those are the channels I want everybody to check out. Sweet Science and McDojos. And Tommy, thank you. Tommy's putting the links in the chat. So Sweet Science and McDojos, um, the Boxing Club, Boxing Profits. Like I said, that's Tommy. If you look up the Boxing Profits, it's all one word. And like I said, it's profit. I thought it was profits as in prophecy, but it's not. It's profit as in money. And of course, the King of London, Boxing Finesse. All right, let me go ahead and talk some boxing. First off, I want to go ahead and congratulate, because, I don't hate, I congratulate. Congratulate Navarrete, who I picked to win. I thought he was going to win by knockout, but kudos to Villa for not coming to lay down. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of this kid. But yeah, big respect to both men. I don't want to hear nobody calling Villa a bum. I understand sometimes we kind of get into our little debates and whatnot, but let's not forget these men are individuals. They are people. And at the end of the day, they're the ones who give us something to talk about. But congratulations to Navarrete. This stream ain't really going to be about that, but I just wanted to say him. What up, Martin Ramos? All right, Carlos Mendoza. So hold up. Carlos Mendoza is also recommending channels. I do not have a problem with that. I don't. If you know of a good channel, go ahead, post them in the chat. I may not know about them. So, you know, it's like I said, I don't hate, I congratulate and I promote. So Carlos Mendoza, he as long as I can remember, has always been cool. I've never seen him act out of character or nothing like that. So I trust his judgment. I mean, I pretty much know about all these. Yeah, I know about all these channels. So, but if y'all don't, that's the reason why he's posting it. It's not because I may not know. Or, I mean, I appreciate it if I don't. But if y'all don't know about these channels, check them out as well. Um, all right, so let's get back to some boxing. But this live isn't going to be about the fight from last night. I really want to talk about two things. Actually, no, one, because the other one I kind of have to look a little bit more into before I talk on. But one thing, and that is the comments of the one Tyson Fury. I would have said it a lot louder, but it's early over here, and I don't want to disrespect my neighbors, and I am outside. Can't do it inside because my girlfriend's still asleep. So, anyways, Tyson Fury. Okay, so not that long ago, I made a video about Tyson Fury. What he said about AJ should drop the WBO. I already gave my thoughts on that. Thought about making a video about this, but it would it would have been titled Tyson Fury is a Madman too. And it's kind of annoying me what Tyson Fury is doing now. This one's not as bad, I'm gonna be honest. And I say it's not as bad because it's kind of I don't know. To me, it's a much worse offense when you're trying to set a precedent or an expectation that it's okay to lower standards in the sport of boxing than it is to just say some stupid shit, which is what he said is just some stupid shit. And that is not so much that he said Deontay Wilder is a harder fight than AJ. I can understand him saying that because one, styles makes fights. If he feels that Wilder's style provides more, has more of a um, challenge, provides more of a challenge than AJ's style, that's his opinion. I don't have a problem with that. So I don't actually have a problem with him saying that he believes, because it is just a belief. He's never, he hasn't fought AJ, so he can't say, oh, out of the two, I feel Wilder was harder, but the reasoning just didn't make sense. Like if he said, you know what, when it comes to skill, I can deal with just about any skill. I believe that I can adjust to any skill set, so that doesn't really bother me. But the fact that I think Wilder punches harder than AJ, I think Wilder is just a harder fight for me. I could respect that. But he literally said, he started talking about AJ's footwork. Are you fucking kidding me? All right. So first off, let me explain something, okay? Wilder is an elite puncher, and he is not to be taken lightly. All right. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. Because like I said, I'm not a hater. Wilder is a problem for anybody. As long as he has that right hand, he is a problem. Uh, but he doesn't have good footwork. If I'm being honest, his footwork to me is subpar. I don't know. Maybe somebody can point out something I'm not seeing, but his footwork is subpar. Um, I mean, if you think that Wilder is a harder fight, bringing up the footwork is not. It's counterproductive to your argument. Let me just put it to you that way. It is counterproductive to your argument. I'm gonna look at the chat in a second, but I'm just like, you're kidding me, right? Like this reminds me of when Fred Barbershop Conversations was saying AJ is basic, but yet he thinks Wilder Wilder is not. Like I'm not saying Wilder is basic. What I'm saying is keep it real. The skill, obviously, one has a more advanced skill set than the other. That doesn't necessarily mean that he'll beat him because Wilder has that right hand. I'm not gonna sit here and act like a knockout can't end it all. He in most of Wilder's fights, he's losing the rounds a lot of times, but he has that equalizer. So I'm not gonna act like it doesn't exist, but come on now, the footwork is not one of the skill sets that Wilder has over AJ. All right, let me look at the chat. What up, that guy? That's fine, Tommy. I appreciate you doing what you can. I'll put the links in the description when I'm done. Um, like I said, give me about 10, 20 minutes after the live is over. for me to do that. For those of you who are interested, I'll put the links to the channels that I suggest, strongly suggest people go check out, and strongly suggest that y'all subscribe. But oh yeah, let me look at some more comments. Uh, H Money, come on now. H Money, you have no place here, and let me explain why. All right, you are not consistent with your stance on racism. Okay, you are not. You're not fighting racism when you are okay with somebody else calling someone else the N word just because you don't like that person. So you're not going to call me out on anything. I don't support racists. Okay. Punch Drunk said something to you that I don't agree with. However, I think he was just trolling you. All right. And I'm not defending it. I don't think that's right. But you try to get people to call you that. All right. Now he fed into your BS. You've tried to get me to do the same thing, but I'm of a different breed. All right. Now, you said it multiple times you're going to knock me out. I'm not afraid of your noodly arms. Okay. I'm not. I'm not impressed with anything that you do. And although you're very charismatic, you lack common sense. All right. Even Adolf Hitler was charismatic, but he was a piece of shit. So charisma is not enough to get you by in my book. All right. So you can continue to try and call me out, but it's going to continue not to end well for you. All right. So you might want to back off. Real talk. What up? I buy houses. All right. So this is what I'm gonna say. Right. Um, I don't. There's people I respect their opinion, and there's people that I don't. And for the people that I don't go and watch their stuff. And I'm not saying I'm not calling you out, Carlos Mendoza, at all. And I'm not saying like if you're just checking out different points of view, and I can respect that. But I've heard enough of the BS out of his mouth, so where I just don't go over there. I'm not gonna talk about what he says, unless he comes here and says it. Then we could have an open dialogue. But I'm not gonna, um, I'm not gonna really talk about what he said because there's a reason why he's not judging these fights. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a judge either. If he feels that he had him winning the fight, cool. All I gotta say is, thank God he's not a judge, because we would have some robberies. All right. Anyways, what up, Ronald Finkley? You know what? Let me add that channel to the list. Y'all go check out Ronald Finkley. You subscribe to Ronald Finkley, and let me let me check something out just real quick. I'm gonna go silent for not even a minute. Bear with me. Okay, if you don't like me, I am not talking to anybody. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why does this guy come to my chat if he don't like me so much? Like, are you really an undercover fan? Like, you can literally go to any of your videos and your lives and you will never see me in there because I don't like you. But let's not talk about who I don't like. Let's give shine to the ones that I do. You know, the links will be in the description. Ronald Finkley's one of them. Boxing Finesse, Sweet Science, and McDojos. Everybody that Carlos Mendoza recommended. Let's let's give shine to those champs. This guy, I'm sorry. I I'm trying everything I can not to call him names because he has called me some ridiculous things. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna take him seriously. So let's move on. Let's see. Oh, Black Horseman. Shout out to you, my brother. Quantum Rob. Y'all go check out Quantum Rob as well. You know, he's he knows his boxing. He's just getting into the boxing talk. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on Quantum Rob. So y'all go check him out for sure. He does lives and stuff. So um I try to catch every one of them. Unfortunately, he did one that was too early for me today. But if I'm awake and I'm available, Rob, you got my attention. Respect. Die Hard Casuals. What up, my brother? I mean, what can I say? Die Hard Casuals is a real one. Another brother from the UK that I support. I support people from all over the world. All right. From all over the world. You know, I'm sub to channels that are based out of Ireland, the UK, Africa, Germany, uh, St. Kitts. I was trying to remember the little island of St. Kitts. I think they only have one boxing channel, and I'm sub to it. Shout out to Iron Kong. So yeah, shout out to see. This is a world sport. That's the beautiful thing about boxing. There's a lot of ugliness when it comes to the sport, but the beauty of it is that it is a world sport. Uh, it's just a double-edged sword because you have a lot of people who there's nothing wrong with having pride in who you are, where you're from. Um, but some people they allow it to get them to act in a toxic manner, and I think that's a problem. Let's take a look a little bit more. Oh yeah, everybody. And Ronald, there's two things I want to touch on your comment. All right. Number one, that first part, family. Family is very important. When I come here, I consider all of y'all my family. All right. But in my day to day life, I have a family here. And I try my best to balance the two the best that I can. All right. I try to talk to my mother and father as much as I can. They're not together. So if I go to visit one, I'm not visiting both. So that means it's twice the work, but it's worth it. All right. I have I have my best friend. I don't consider him really my friend. He's my brother, and he considers me the same. His son is my godson. Unfortunately, they moved away some years ago, but they come back multiple times every year. They hit me up every time. My girlfriend, like, you take care of your family, and taking care of them doesn't just mean to provide for them, but to spend quality time with them. So big shout out to Ronald Finkley for that. Much respect. That goes under those core values that are not core values, but like some core things when it comes to having a boxing channel. And that's manhood and respect, but also the fights. Everybody enjoy these fights tonight. I hope you enjoyed the fights last night, but let's just be thankful that boxing is a sport that doesn't have seasons. You know, we if you're a football fan, when I say football, I'm American. I'm talking about NFL. Think you could apply. I'm pretty sure you could apply this to uh, what us Americans call soccer as well. Is there's an off season. There's a time of the year where no matter how much you love the sport, you're not gonna see new games. You're not gonna see new um. What am I drawing a blank? New competitions, I guess, is the best way I could put it right now. There's a different word I was thinking of, but I can't remember. I'm having a brain fart. Um, you can always go back and rewatch games. It's not the same as watching current. With boxing, we don't have that problem because there's not a season. Fights go on year round, typically. This year's a little different, but that's something that affected all sports, not just boxing. All right. So let's be thankful and let's not take for granted that whether it be January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, we we get fights in all those months as long as there's not a pandemic. That's something for us to be thankful for. And of course, we're not the only sport. You know, MMA is the same way. I'm pretty sure bare knuckle. Shout out to Aries. He actually covers bare knuckle. If y'all are interested in that, I'm pretty sure bare knuckle. Just the nature of these sports allows us to enjoy them year round without it having to be a replay. I agree. I agree, Quantum Rob. I agree. So, but yeah, we. I really think the community is growing at this time, but not as fast as it can be. So, I just want to say this: if you have a channel, do what you can to help build, if you can. Now I don't expect everybody to put the kind of energy I do. There's people who put more, actually. If I'm being honest, I'm junior varsity. But, um, you know, if you could give just a little shine to the little guy, or even the not so little guy, to help encourage them, to help build their channel, because when their channel grows, the community grows. And uh if you are just you're not a channel, but you're somebody who watches content, support the channels that you watch, and let them know that you support them. Just give a sec. The quags. What up? But no, no, no. Quags. It's morning for me. It's 8:36. I already slept. I wake up usually between 7 and 8 a.m. every day, whether I work or not, whether I got something to do or not. So I'm up. Nobody else. My girlfriend's still asleep. My dog is still asleep. So, you know, I decided to go live. Um, we're supposed to go and do stuff later, that quality time I was talking about. But until they wake up, I was just like, you know what, let me go live. There won't be a video today. I would have already uploaded it if there was, but um yeah, there won't be a video today. Typically Saturdays, I wasn't even planning on going live today, but like I said, I didn't really have anything to do at the moment until my girlfriend wakes up. But I was like, you know what, let me talk to my people. Let me talk to them. Right. You need the lives of your quags. I will do my best. I'm assuming so that sounds like you're Pacific time. Um, I mean, it's always going to be inconvenient for somebody. Today, unfortunately, you were that somebody. Hey, but it happens to me too. Rob, he went live and I was dead asleep. So, but he knows that when he goes live, I try to be there. And if he drops the link, I join the panel if I'm available. Sometimes I'm only available to listen, but if I'm available to talk, I hit the link. And just so y'all know, Restream eats up your battery just like StreamYard. It's no better. That's one thing that I miss about Hangouts. Hangouts, don't get me wrong, it ate your battery, but nowhere near the velocity of Restream or StreamYard. So, hold on. I'm assuming these are the fights for tonight. um, Today's also, I'm having a brain fart. I know it's Larte and Gorman. Gorman and Larte are today as well. That will be earlier in the day, especially for those of us in the United States, because that card is happening in the UK. So that you have you basically have something to look forward to all day today. I'm probably not going to catch the UK cards live today, like I said, because of quality family time. But I'll definitely catch the playback and the US cards. There's a good chance I'll catch those. But thanks for posting that, Ronald. I appreciate that. That way everybody knows. Because sometimes we're not even aware of the cards that are happening. You know? Oh, he got more. Hey, Ronald is on it. See, that's why y'all got to go and sub to Ronald Finkley. He lets y'all know. He lets everybody know the fights that are happening on this channel. So big ups to Ronald Finkley. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. I got just give me, like I said, give me about 10 to 20 minutes to gather everybody's links and post them in the description. Tommy, I appreciate you doing the links for the channels you could find. But I hope everybody stays safe. Enjoy the fights. Don't forget to spend quality time with your family. And yeah, everybody just be safe and peace.